We knew that this was sort of coming, right? Given that they haven't really been doing that well in the muni business.
We knew that they had been weighing this decision, which is really still quite a shocking one, even though we did have some sense that this was to come, because Citi was an absolute powerhouse in this $4 trillion market for US state and for local debt. It helped on deals for some very prominent buildings and landmarks, such as the World Trade Center rebuilding, the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey. It was also one of the lead underwriters. But unfortunately, this business became somewhat incompatible with CEO Jane Fraser's goals to improve returns at the bank, which has increasingly been missing targets that it's set. And the bank really wants to prove to investors that it can indeed set targets and meet any guidance that it gives.
Will the bank continue to invest in muni bonds more broadly, and how does this fit in with, the broader restructuring changes? We've seen almost, measures and announcements just about every week.
That is right. In September, Jane unveiled a big overhaul, the biggest, most significant overhaul in the bank's, in decades for the bank, where it decided to focus on 5 businesses. It has also been exiting from some of its retail operations around the world. And it met a few hurdles with Texas. The state is the biggest for muni bond sales, but because of the Citi was unfortunately frozen out of some of the deals in the state because Texas politicians said that it violated state laws against firearms policy and not discriminating against companies with firearms policies. Citi said it never did violate those laws and tried very hard to convince Governor Abbott that it did not, and Jane Fraser even traveled to the state. But I think that was an additional blow to Citi's decision as to whether to keep its municipal business open or not.